What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Michelle Renee from IamMichelleRenee.com, and I'm so elated to be back with another tribal council and a tribe of dope Black women. Are y'all ready tonight? Are y'all ready to talk about this whole dating and age thing? The new Mr. Biggs, aka Ron Isley, who is officially, I don't know what we call him. Is he? I don't know. Wait till I bring the ladies on. We're gonna talk about it. I'm so excited to have y'all. Get in here, invite your friends, share this live. Let's go. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Bringing them to the stage one at a time. I'm starting off with my girl, Tamika, our attorney, Tamika Bennett. How are you, friend?
Hey, girl.
What's going on?
Man.
We getting people out of jail this week. What we doing? We bringing out the energy?
No.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Well, I'm glad to have you, Mika. Thank you for always coming through. And this should be very interesting, right? We got it going. So, all right. We also have our regular Dr. Shaquia Harris, heavy on the doctor, y'all, of the Mindfully Fashion app. How are you, Shaquia?
Fine, trying to figure out how I can get in here.
You know what? Everybody come in, we'll get right, but it get real weird around about this time. Right. How's it going, y'all? If you haven't downloaded the Mindfully Fashion app, please do that right now. Right now, you need to do that. We've got our other regular, Miss McKee Sykes from Wake Pray Create. What's up, McKee? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How about y'all?
We're doing good. We're doing good. This should be a funny and interesting conversation. And you know, we're going to need to know what Cal has to say about all of this, too. So we're talking age and dating. It should be fun. We've got the DeBlair Fitness. Yes, I said the DeBlair Fitness. I don't know if y'all caught my post a few weeks ago where I posted where I was at a wedding and I was looking snatched. Trust me, it wasn't the undergarments. It was the body that was being built by DeBlair Fitness, y'all, who has the bomb Beast Mode Challenge going on. What's up, Blair? How are you?
Hey, girl. Hey, somebody said they can't hear us, so you might want to check the mic or see what's going on.
Let me see what's going on. Okay. They can't hear us. Okay, that was Dr. Davis, who's probably going to pop back into the stream in just a moment.
Oh, yeah. This
let me see if I can hear. Yes, I can hear. I'm not sure what's going on there at all. Y'all come on through nonetheless. All right, so we are doing it this evening. We're talking about dating, ages, all that kind of stuff, and what's too old. I'm gonna ask what's too old and what's too young. We're not just gonna focus on what's too old. We're gonna talk about what's too old, what's too young too, because it goes both ways. But before we do that, we're gonna add Dr. Davis to this stream. Hey, Dr. Davis, how are you?
I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Listen, we are first of all, let me tell y'all, Dr. Davis is our in-house pediatrician, but she's also a comedian on the side, and I bet y'all didn't know that. She has tickled me in every sense of the word when it comes to talking about the official glow up of Ron Isley, aka Mr. Biggs.
It's true.
Dr. Davis, because you've been so candid and so entertaining about this, I want you to kind of start us off with this whole. Let's talk about this glow up. Well, because I posted a post on Sunday night that says, if Ron is looking like this is 79, what's going on with some of y'all that ain't quite hit 40 yet?
Well, Ron has taken advantage of what he has access to, which a lot of us have access to. He has used his money wisely. And it appears to me that he has had a little bit of cosmetic work done. I'm not sure to what extent, but my estimate would be he looks like he got a whole new grill. So dental implants probably, because they look really good. It could be veneers, but I'm guessing at his age all the way with the dental implants. We have, his eyebrows ain't even like that no more. You know what I'm saying? He used to have like the two caterpillars, but like that's gone. They used to be like really up high and really thick. So I couldn't really make out what was happening with his eyebrows, but his face has filled in right here. Those smile lines. They kind of gone. And it's not
So you
just the
think-
beard. That looks like fillers and maybe a little Botox scattered throughout to like, you know, kind of shape him back up to where he once was. It's a little maintenance. He did a little bit of maintenance.
I think this is a good one. This is a good one. This is like a before picture.
Yes. So those
right?
teeth are not shaped the same anymore. You see, those teeth are not shaped the same as what we saw the other night.
And this is what we saw the other night.
Yeah.
Yes. Woo, yeah.
So
We can
if
tell
you go
McKee
to-
likes
there's
this,
one
right?
part the other night where he took off his shades and they were singing all together. I can't remember what song it was, but he took off his shades for the majority of the song, so you could, and the hat was gone too, so you could get a really good look at him.
Was that between the sheets?
It might have been. It was something.
I was on the floor when he sung Between the Sheets, so I can't even tell you. I was laid out somewhere because that is my jam. And I thought about how inappropriate it is that when that song came out, I was a kid. I that's just like when I used to sing Whip Appeal and Betty Wright Tonight Is the Night. You don't know what you're singing, but you knew it hit you different. You knew it hit you different. Okay.
This beard looks amazing, and I'm wondering if it's all him because I've never seen him with a beard ever. And there's a lot of work that's being done now with hair on men, which we can't hate on because you know they learn from us. So this beard is so perfect. I'm wondering if that might be a little bit of help in the beard area too, because he's never had facial hair. Now quarantine might have got him with some facial hair, but it looks perfect. So I don't know about the beard part.
Even in this picture, they refer to him as Zaddy because, and then they say you must have forgot, right? Grand Zaddy. But this is his beautiful wife.
Yep, she is.
They just released a new song. Yeah. Yes, they've been married for I think 17 years. This is the family. This is his 14-year-old son. I remember when he got married to this young lady. We were in college, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, she's a part of the group called JS. Yeah. The group is called JS, the Johnson Sisters.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, back in the day, I was like,
see, you know, back in the day, we see you looking at him at the new him. You know, back in the day, he was like, you know, I question, like, I don't know what you see in Ron Isley. You know, back then, now if he looked the way he did now back then, hands down. I understand it.
But he's still gonna take them clothes off, and that chinchilla gonna go away.
But that's gonna be all right.
Oh, it's gonna be all right because he clean up nice. He clean up nice.
Most men,
hold on, Mika got something she want to say. Go ahead, Mika.
Most men, as they mature, they grow into themselves. To me, they look better.
They look better with gray hair.
Yeah, they start developing a little swag, a different type of swag. Yeah.
Like with us, you know, like, you know, we have to work a little harder to maintain the same look, youthful look. But as they age, to me, they look nice.
They get better with age for sure. But my look was not he's not attractive look. It was like, he's 36 years her senior. And
like,
so
I used to see what they had in common.
I was just blown because I remember her singing about the ice cream, whatever, back in the day. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. But she took a chance as a very, very young woman to say, I'm going to be with this much older man. I think about, I've been with an older man before, a much older man before, so much so that I put Mr. in front of his name because he was old.
He was old as
you
hell.
remember Queen?
He
Rest
was
in peace,
old.
because he dead now. But he was definitely old. What'd you say, Eric?
What's old?
He was old.
He was 20. He was 24 years my senior.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 24 and he was 48. I think he might have been older though. I think he might have been older because he gave older vibes. But
he
did not look old. Did he? Yeah, he died. He died.
He was old.
Rest in peace, Mr. Johnny. He was old.
Johnny. Is that like
Mr. Johnny?
What's the
Mr. Johnny? Mr. Johnny. Yeah.
I don't remember this person.
I probably was shamed.
Probably
was shamed.
Should have been.
But let me tell you something. Don't sleep on the old men because
Mr. Johnny could throw back some walls, could lay down some walls, is what she implying.
Listen, Mr. Johnny was Mr. Johnny. Put the heavy on the Mister, okay? So when we talk, listen, I was young. I had just come out of an engagement or whatever. I had just moved to Atlanta. I was like, really like, okay. I knew I didn't want to be in a serious relationship, and crazily he did. And I was like, dude, you're too old for me to be in a real relationship with you. But you fun though. You're interesting. Like. But he did not behave like what I would consider an older man. But now that I'm 30, 37? Thanks, Mika. Now that I'm 37, 48 doesn't seem so old. But for a 24-year-old, 48 is old. Okay? Mm-hmm. By every definition of the word.
You being 24 years old, you had no business even looking at a 48-year-old.
You think so?
Agreed. I would agree and disagree. Let me tell you why I disagree. I disagree because I had the life experience, and meaning that I had been out of college 5 years at that point. I wasn't a baby in life. I had been through an engagement and being left. This fool, my husband is in the comments talking about Mr. Johnny died. He's so petty. He knows Mr. Johnny. But it's one of those things where I was not in a place where I was too immature to deal with him. It's just he was fun, and I knew that it wasn't going to be anything serious, right? But what makes you say I had no business? Come on, Blair. No business with somebody that, go for it.
I don't know. I guess I look at like 20 years, like, I don't know. I guess at my age, 20 years old, I was doing some pretty ratchet stuff as it relates to not more so with the dating, but things I had no business doing as it relates to legal stuff. But I guess I look at 20-year-olds and I think they're so innocent.
Tell them stop talking.
What she's saying is, I guess I look at wiser now, and that we're
exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, I look at a 20-something-year-old young woman, and to me, she doesn't have a clue. Like a 48-year-old man, he's been somewhere, probably been married a couple of times, got some kids or whatever. And a 20-something-year-old, the only thing she can do is be trainable for that particular man. I don't see them like even speaking the same conversation. Right. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that what?
Question: Do you think that a female who dates a man that much older has daddy issues or something? Like, is she looking for a father figure?
I can't necessarily say it. People date older men for different reasons or whatever. It could potentially be that, or he could be taking care of her, paying bills, or doing something somebody else hasn't done before. It could be daddy issues.
I made that face because I can tell you why I dated Mr. Johnny. So I can only speak for me. It definitely wasn't daddy issues. One, it was just like I said, I just come out of a relationship.
He was the rebound guy.
He was a rebound, but not only that, he had more experience, and I was looking to have an enjoyable time, and he was guaranteed enjoyment in every sense of the word, and so. It was like, I'm tired of dealing with people who can't satisfy my needs. I'm talking about sexual. And he was good. He actually wasn't good. He was dynamic.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So that had nothing to do with a daddy issue. That had everything to do with kind of trying to find myself sexually, see what I like, see what I enjoy. And then it went on to be like, okay, now that I know what I like, thank you for that experience. Let me go find that in somebody closer to my age because I want to be able to do this for a long time. That was me though. Look at Mika's face like, what? Just being honest. Different people have different experiences with it. I know when you think about like back in the day, my grandmother was significantly younger than my grandfather, but that's kind of how they paired it. You found a man in the community who was established. And then the older women, like in the church and things like that, found him a young wife who could give him children.
Let me ask you a question, Michelle and Tamika, because both of you guys have daughters. Imagine your daughter at 24 bringing home a man that's damn near 50 Like, what would you say? Like, how would you feel about that? Would you be okay with that?
Seeing how I've lived a particular life, I would not necessarily be okay with it, but it's also my child's experience for her to go through it. And at 24, I can't navigate what she's doing with her body or with her relationship status. I can't do anything about that. And I know that had my mom known and said that I couldn't, I probably would have pursued it harder. But I went into it knowing I didn't want a relationship. That's not what I was there for. I was there for a good time, not a long time. So if my daughters came to me, I would want to know. I'm just being honest, Dr. Davis. This is an honest platform. We live in transparency here.
Amen.
If my daughters came home and that was what they presented, then I'd be like, okay, let's have a conversation. I'm going to share with them my experience and all that different stuff and what comes with dealing with an older person. Yes, older people will want, it's young people that want to try to control you as a woman. So that's not limited to just being a person who is dating somebody older. It's also people who date down or date younger to try to keep themselves youthful. So it's a lot of reasons for them seeking somebody younger because they want to be able to stay up. I know that his wife had something to do with him kind of evolving in his look because it's been evolving for the last 2 decades. But Lo said that he's probably hiding behind or changing because he didn't want to be associating himself with R. Kelly. So he's like, let me get a new look so I'm not associated with that. But I think he still loves Robert and that's his boy and he's never going to stop loving him. He's probably got the new song written by him. Who knows? To answer Atoya's question, Mr. Johnny at that time was 48. And like I said, he has since passed. RIP Mr. Johnny. But we, he dead. I can't do nothing about it.
Stop saying that.
Listen, me and Blair actually looked him up on Google and found out he had died. Right?
Oh,
no.
You said what?
He ain't died from the COVID, did it? How long, Mr. Johnny?
No, this was before COVID.
He's been like 2015.
Blair, you know Mr. Johnny too?
Blair knows Mr.
Blair
Johnny.
knows Mr. Johnny.
Oh, so you
Yes, I know Mr. Johnny.
Yeah.
Yes, I know Mr. Johnny.
Yes,
I missed out on Mr. Johnny.
I don't think I ever personally met him though. Did I ever meet him? I don't think I've ever seen him. I never met him in real life. She kept him a secret. You kept him a secret. Yes, you did. You never let anybody. I've heard conversations with her on the phone with him, but she never like brought him because it was when Keela was there. You know, we was all kind of like in that little neighborhood. You would leave. Where you going, Michelle?
And our roommates, and she'd never seen Mr. Johnny.
Yeah, she hid Mr. Johnny from us. We knew there was a Mr. Johnny. I've heard his voice. I've seen messages, but I never actually seen Mr. Johnny. Michelle would just duck off. Where you going, Michelle? Must be Mr. Johnny. Okay.
Listen, Mr. Johnny actually, the reason I know that's true is because he actually pointed that out too. He's like, I've never met your friends. I was like, oh, you don't want to meet my friends. They're not interesting at all. You don't want to know them. I was like, hey, I've never met your friends. He's like, you want to meet my friends? I was like, no. We good. But that goes to speak of what the kind of relationship was. It was like, we were cool. We had a good time. But no, Mr. Johnny. But that also brings me to the question of this going low, going high. Like, how does that work? Because clearly I was a little embarrassed to even share my friends with this person in that kind of way to where, hey, we're hanging out. How is it that you navigate with such a large gap? Because that was 24 years. Imagine it being 36 years. Like, how do you navigate through that in your friend circles? I'm bringing my friends. We going and hanging out. We trying to go to the Velvet Room, which I don't even know if it's still open. And yeah, how does that go?
Circa 2012. Look, what was I about to say? There's age is different according to your money level.
Okay.
True.
Like,
True.
36 years older, but you are financially in a position to
Michelle ain't had no money back then.
Yeah, I was a broke one.
Mr. Johnny had
was
some
all broke.
money. Mr. Johnny had some money, Blair.
Yeah, he did.
He had his Social Security check.
No. Mr. Johnny was a developer from Florida. He had built most of the communities in Polk County. He was a contractor. Mr. Johnny had money. So, but it wasn't enough to make me say, I'm going to be with him like that. You know what I'm saying?
to some people, if that's what they're looking for, like I think it's just preference. Like some people like young folks, some people like older folks, some people like people who are established. I think it's just your personal preference. But
Right.
when you make the, what's too old, it depends on the person.
Yep.
Because whereas, 24 years old can seem, I mean, what's the difference between 24 and 36? It's really not that much of a difference.
Once you get past
It's really
10
nothing when you get to this phase
Exactly.
in life.
Yeah, at our age, I don't think it matters. Like at this age, I'm still kind of indifferent about 21, 22, 23-year-old dating somebody that's damn near 50. I wouldn't be okay with my daughter doing that. I mean, I couldn't do anything about it because at that point they're an adult, only because I feel like the maturity level may not be there, may not be the same. Like, what do you really, it's more so what are your intentions with my daughter than anything. It's not that I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
But what are your
intentions?
intentions? What are you doing?
With somebody that's older or
younger. A man of his age, though, is getting close to needing a caregiver. He can afford that. That's the reality. I'm not doing that at 40. Okay, not doing it. So, but he has the money where he would have somebody else to wipe his behind, not her.
That's true. That's true.
So that's the reality of it. If you're gonna be with somebody that old, you have to be prepared to be a caregiver even in your prime.
Prepared to be a caregiver, but also
you just got for real on it.
I'm just saying you're gonna go from wiping a baby's butt to wiping an old man's butt. It's the same thing.
I mean, some people marry older for the sake of getting that that check when they pass away. Some people actually do that.
That check not that much, Blair.
It's not, unless they got a good insurance policy.
Insurance policy.
Oh, well, that depends on how much you pay for it.
Money.
Yeah, but the question is, like, could you see yourself dating? Not, of course, not us, because we're not in this age bracket where we could date somebody 30 plus years younger than us. But we could definitely date somebody 30 plus years older than us. But with looking at it, like I saw people who saying, "Oh my God, it's so inappropriate. Y'all are sexualizing this man, this old man." And I'm like, hold on, pause. Do old people not have sex? Do they not? But are they still not sexual beings when they get into their old prime?
They have a high level of STI, so they have.
Yeah. Old people are busting it wide open, left and right, especially in nursing homes and such. So I think it's unfair to say that an old person can't be viewed as sexy. Just like we saw Chef Babette, I think is her name, is the fit lady who I think she's in her 70s, and they showed how amazingly fit she was. And like all the guys like, oh my gosh, she could get it. She's so fine. She's so this. I'm like, nobody said it was a problem for them to look at her in a sexual manner, but you see this man and all these women start swooning over him and it becomes problematic. So when do we realize that people still at that older age can be sexy? Like, I don't see us getting older and then all of a sudden not desiring to be sexy anymore. What is the deal with that? Blair, I want to hear from you because you're in this preserving your health, preserving your body industry where it's really important for people to work hard to maintain the mobility and the youthfulness. What does it look like when you have clients that are older clients and they're trying to do that? Like, aren't you encouraging them to maintain that?
Absolutely. I encourage everybody. And even with Ron Isley, I commend him for taking care of himself and wanting to look amazing. You know, I don't know if I look at him as a sex object, but I really would say that, hey, you're whatever you're doing or whatever you did, whatever you decide to do, like your self-esteem is in the right place because you look good. I don't know if you're working out, if you went to have surgery, but a lot of my clients, they're in their 50s and they're trying to work harder to look sexy because like you said, as we age, we start to look differently. Our skin starts to sag. We start losing collagen and volume in our skins. And then our body just kind of does things a little differently than men. You know, our aging is very different than men, I would say. You know, for some men, gray hair is really sexy on them, but some women, gray hair is a sign of like, you know, looking older or whatever. So we tend to color our hair because we don't want that age attached to us. When some men just embrace that. Look at Ron Isley, he's grayed up and people are like going crazy over him. But what about a woman at that same age? If she has gray hair like that, would men still, you know, go crazy over her the same way? I don't know.
Agreed, and I'm glad you asked that because my husband just posted that Gam Gam can get it. He's talking about Jada Pinkett's mom. He loves Gam. He thinks she's like super sexy. He's like, Gam can get it every time he sees. She's beautiful, but she's been like that. She's been maintaining for a while.
Yeah, she's really into her health and how she looks and how she takes care of herself. And I mean, I think that's what it's about. We get to I'll just say this. When I was in high school and I look at certain parents or whatever, they look like moms. I don't know if y'all know that look, but you know, you have that mom look. But when I look at people our age now, we don't necessarily have that mom look because we want to more so take care of ourselves. We have grandmothers that looks amazing. They're like 50, 60 years old and they look better than some of their grandkids or some of their children. You know, so to me, it's just like a different dynamics of what an older person looks like. We're more prone to want to take care of ourselves. Plastic surgery is real. So people are like, hey, if I can't work for it, I'm going to do what I can to make myself look good, period.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then, of course, Kyle had to come through on the come through. And he said, Ron Isley gave me hope because my beard is definitely getting some salt in it. So what I think he's done for like the culture is made it okay to be older, because I'm about to pull up a picture and show y'all some Beijing bandits that really need to stop because the Beijing has gotten out of control. We see it.
That's the black stuff.
Yes, yes.
Y'all know I'm slow. Here I go. What?
Yeah, I thought
these people in China stealing.
Yeah. Nope, we're talking about the Beijing bandits, the ones that look like they have the Sharpie marker on their face. And you're like, what are you doing?
Well,
is that Beijing on Genuine though?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
let me see. Zoom in.
Let's see.
I know Jamie Foxx do it.
Oh yeah, a lot of Ariel was on a pass the mic challenge the other night, and when I looked at it, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Why do you have this black marker on your face?" Hold on, let me see if I can grab this shot of Genuine really quickly.
They was like Rudy Giuliani when he was going off.
Yes, girl. It's just one of those things where you're looking and you're like, what is happening? Let me see if I can pull that picture of Ariel from Next. I was just like, what are we doing? Like, it's like you're trying so hard to preserve your youth that you forget that it's looking a little clownish at that point.
But they
I'm like
something now, right? I mean, nobody's expecting you to your hair to be the same way it was when you was in your 20s. I hope not anyway.
I don't think they try to do it. I think the problem is like their beard doesn't grow all the way out. It doesn't connect, so they fill in the gaps with this stuff, and it just doesn't work out. They go overboard. It goes what?
Now his looks different than Genuine, so his looks more natural.
Yeah.
It's not when you look at it and you got this.
And that could be Photoshop though.
Yeah, that looks more Photoshop to me.
Now
this is natural. This is natural. This, not so much.
I think that's Photoshop.
This,
I honestly, I don't. Now, Genuine, he does have the marker look or whatever, but that's not the marker look to me.
Maybe he got the marker look because he's a little lighter.
So I think that's what it is with Genuine, is that it's that
like
looking
the dark
at
contrast against
or use too much product. Which one?
Because we went from seeing Genuine with the beard like this, and you're like, oh, okay, to
I think it's the hair on the top of his head
too.
That might really be his hair, because look at that.
I think that's his hair. I think
it looks like it's been relaxed or something.
Y'all, I saw him in person, and you could see the lines. You can actually see the lines. I was like, listen, I am against Beijing. I'm just against it.
not the
I can
city.
deal with it in your hair. I cannot deal with it on your face. I feel like if you're doing it on your face, it's just too much.
So if the Alex came home with the Beijing, or is he
I
getting
be
put out?
cussing every time. I be cussing every time.
What's the kind that they spray on?
Oh, child.
I don't know the name of it,
It's
but
called
yeah, no,
gorilla.
I don't like
It's
that either.
look, gorilla glue.
No, not Gorilla Glue.
Mm-mm.
He said, Why Cal said I was always afraid I would get black sweat in my eyes. What is wrong with Kyle?
Crazy.
But we talk about the guys with the. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna switch gears a
Be the
little bit.
devil's advocate. Go for it.
All right, we talk about the guys with these beards. What's up with the girls with these eyebrows, though? What is the difference in the eyebrows looking like you basically got scared? I mean, it's some horrible eyebrows out there. They're
That's some
dark.
lashes.
Brows,
Oh,
lashes.
the lashes getting on my
I feel
nerves.
like the lashes are worse than the brows, just being honest.
No, the worst thing
Yeah.
is the wigs, because I think some people's scalp hasn't breathed it since
Yep.
quarantine started.
But what bothers me is when it bothers me when it's two scalp.
Coming
It
up.
looks so nasty to me when it's like look like you got
Queen said
like
it's
you can
two
peel a scalp. It look, oh, I can't take it.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
these lashes
I
out
am
here.
an
It's like,
avid eyebrow drawer. Okay, I've been drawing my brows since I was 14 years old. I ain't got no beef with people who draw brows, but you know that's what you're gonna get when you meet me. Is
But
that
yours
on some
don't
days
look like some of these brows we see out here. It's just the same way with the guys with
it
the
looks like
beard.
landing strips on some women.
it does look like landing strips sometimes? But I think
Google
everything in
some brows,
moderation.
Michelle. Pull some
Oh
brows up.
Lord,
Let me
she
show
said
you.
Google some brows.
Let's
I was in
compare.
the mall today, and I swear this lady, her lashes were so thick and so long. I could have sworn she had like 2 sets on each eye. Like, there's no way.
Probably did.
There's no way you could have gotten that much eyelashes from just
Now,
one
Michelle, there's
set.
some. Oh Lord.
Oh, this one right here in this top corner over here. Father God.
This right here.
They know they
That can't even be real, is
That's
it?
fake. That's fake, girl.
And Megan
Michelle, give us some. Give us some. Give us some.
messed up her eyebrows like permanently.
Give us some ladies that look like us.
Coming up.
Oh, Megan.
She has eyebrow problems. Like she's over.
But she had hair transplants for her eyebrows.
Yeah.
You
And I
can
think
get
she
hair
got like a
transplant for your
bad.
eyebrows?
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
get
get
hair
like
transplant for eyebrows.
Wait, what?
Yes.
you can get tattoo. You can get the
Well, she didn't get a tattoo. She used to have them tattooed, but now she has them. She has hair put there.
Michelle, I'm gonna drop something in the chat that you need to Google. This is how I found what I need to look
Her
for.
eyebrows are
Okay.
unfortunate all the time.
Oh Lord. Okay, let me unshare so I can type that in. Get up and share. Hold on one second.
And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. These are some interesting.
I don't even want to share.
eyelash. Nothing against nice eyelash, but what kills me are the ones like what McKee was talking about.
The ones that look like at any point you're gonna take flight.
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah,
Like,
there we go.
First of all, how can you see in those? And then
know.
who do you expect to take you seriously? Like, I can't. Your eyelashes. I don't hear anything that you're saying because I'm just focused in on these lashes. Oh wow.
Cal said drawing brows ain't everybody's ministry. It's true.
Show
Yeah, I'm
like
not good
Cal.
It ain't mine.
It's all about looking natural, though. You know, you want to try to look as natural as possible. I mean, the gothic. Some people, to each its own. You know, because some people they may feel amazing looking that way, and hey, everybody has they're entitled to their opinion. Period. So.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I guess it goes back to what I said today about people doing that. So I don't ask the people that have those lifting up lace fronts. I don't ask them why they have that on. So
What's a
that's-
lifting up lace front, Queen?
Don't ask
What
me.
is a lifting up lace front?
I don't ask them that.
You've seen them, Blair.
I don't dare
seen 'em.
ask. I just look and just smile and hope for the best. Hope you
But
can
see,
get
I
on
be thinking
safely.
to myself, like, if I guess I don't take offense if somebody says like certain things to me because I'm like, help me. But if if I was walking around with a wig on, I mean, I would hope that somebody would be like,
explain me this.
Baby,
I don't
that
understand.
ain't it.
I'm real, like, I don't know.
I think in some instances there's a right way to approach somebody and there's a wrong way to approach somebody.
Always.
If you're coming from a concerned perspective, you would take that person. They would take you off to the side and say, "Hey, sweetie, you know, I noticed that your wig is a little crooked or whatever. You like, how about you come to my stylist and I'll pay for you to get a."
Girl,
nice
it depends on who you talking to.
I wouldn't do that to a stranger. No,
I'm only talking to my friends, and when I say friends, I'm talking about my closest circle and saying, "Hey, boo,
something going on with you?
Your scalp lifting right there."
Answer me this question:
lifting.
With a lace front, is it glued to your forehead? Or I mean, like, how is it?
Yeah. They put glue around the hairline, and it's glued around the hairline.
Okay, but you have to put makeup on top of it, right?
When people had a part to make it look like your scalp.
Wait, so when the people had the whole thing on there,
yeah,
like when it's right here, like
I'm confused because
they left it on there.
I have to bring on a stylist because I have no clue about these wigs.
You got to cut the lace off. But now I did see a lady that left her
hairline. Like got to be glued.
If you want to be,
they cut the lace and then they cut a little piece of the edge of the hair to kind of make baby hair so it'll blend more on your face, so it looks more natural.
And some lace fronts look great.
Yeah,
so
done right.
If you follow, what's his name? I am Alonzo in Atlanta. He kills. Now he is looking amazing.
Yes,
he looks amazing.
Yes,
but how
to
long
the point
where
I was like, how do you do that? I don't know, but I'm going to share this comment from Christina who says, my white male coworker slid over into my cubicle and said, pull your wig forward a little bit. I appreciate it. He's solid.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, it's all about how you approach it. Now, Cal on the flip said that a woman got mad at him because he told her that he loved her hair and apparently her wig was bad and she thought he was being petty and he just be living life. And Cal is harmless, so I don't think he went up and said, hey, your wig's really nice, knowing that it was a bad wig. He probably was like, your wig is really nice. He probably said your hair is really cute or something. And we get sensitive when we don't feel like it's right. But my husband always talks about the eyelashes. Like it does something to his nerves when he sees the eyelash. He's like, what is that coming off your face? It's crazy. But I feel like everybody should do what they want to do. However you want to live, that's your business. But if we should be in a place, I'm not going to say that we should be in a place because I don't know how I'm going to feel if somebody just randomly walk up to me and be like, you see that braid right there? It's bigger than the other one or whatever. I might feel away.
Yeah, I'm not going to like that.
But coming from my friends, I want my friends to make sure when I'm stepping out, I'm fly. And it makes me question some of the friends of the people I see because I'm going,
who are you?
Your friend didn't say nothing to you when she saw that the edge of the skin part was moving? Like, just press it down. And so we have to be cautious of that. But if you're a person who always gets mad when somebody tries to help or somebody tries to say something, then nobody's going to correct you. They're going to let you live your life because they feel like apparently that's how you want to live it. I'm big. Like, nobody ever told me when I was drawing my eyebrows on for like the first 10, 15 years that they were like hella thin, right? I happened to go to a brow class, Beauty by Brittany, plug for Beauty by Brittany Ingram. And when she taught me how to actually do the brows, I was like, wow.
Thin eyebrows used to be in though.
For a long time. You said
thin
what?
Eyebrows, yeah. Thin eyebrows were in back in the days. Like thin eyebrows used to be the thing. So that's, I mean, we grew up on the thinner eyebrows. You get your eyebrows arched thin.
True. Very true. Because all of our prom pictures and homecoming pictures and stuff, them things was razor thin. You could barely see
except for me.
The light brown, the brow color. That bright brown color. Except for me.
And mascara around our lips. Lip liner.
Mascara around the lips.
Lip liner. Yes, we all did it. So it also speaks to kind of like the trends of what we see as times kind of change and go back and forth. It's going to always be something that really is different and see how people fly. I love to see people trying new and different things with their hair. When I saw Quia come on with her thing this morning, I was like, "Oh, I love these braids. I love the beads. I want to ask Zara, can you put some beads on my hair?" And she kind of looked at me like, "Girl, go sit down somewhere. We done already been through that." But I love that we can embrace all these different things. Like, we went through a phase, I want to say, when the natural hair phase really hit hard and everybody started going natural, people started looking kind of judgy when a person wasn't natural. And I was like, whoa, it don't make you more or less black if you don't have natural hair. You do do to your hair with what you want to do. Right. But people really had issues with how people rock their hair. And I'm like, if people want to perm their hair, that's their business.
Girl, me and my coworker got into it so hard one day about that. And she was like, "You're conforming. You're just trying to be." And I don't have a perm. My hair is natural. But at this time, I was still having a relax. But I was like, "Look here, girl." I said, "We just left Wendy's. Okay? You talking about we need to be natural. You ain't putting no natural food in your body. Like, leave me be. Okay? Leave me alone." You do.
I gotta share this. I was talking about everyone with bad wigs gonna watch this and be like, "Y'all hoes just hating on our wigs."
They have every right to say that, DL, if they would like to think that.
Nobody's hating on the wigs. We're just making statements about. Queer made the statement about the lace front where it was out of whack. Nobody's saying anything. I mean, I'm not a fan of lace fronts, but some of them look amazing. And I guess it's the way of, especially people that are in entertainment. Like, it saved them so much time because they can get their hair done, like, and they can be in a whole nother state. Their hair is ready when they get there, you know? Yeah. So it's all about the convenience. And a lot of people don't have the hair that they desire. Because you remember at one point, the sew-in was everything.
Yep.
And it took everything in your powers to try to get your hair to blend in with that silky long hair that you had. So that was a kind of an issue.
Terrible.
And now you don't even have to do the blend thing because all your hair can look the same. You can look like you have hair like Rapunzel.
I mean, my mama wear lace fronts when she wants. I don't know if she's gonna be mad that I told her on here, but
we not tagging her, so she good. She good.
It's not like you wouldn't be able to tell if you saw her. I mean,
but hers. But I will not let my mama have no coming up scab looking kind of hair. No.
Yeah. But the other thing is, what Dr. Davis said about, you know, your bracket, your money bracket kind of determines how some of these things look. Okay. Because when you're putting money like Alonzo Arnold money, a session with Alonzo Arnold starts at $3,000
for a week.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Y'all need to go look at him. I wouldn't pay it, but he does amazing.
Somebody pay.
I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it up.
The celebrities, he does a lot of their hair.
You're supposed to take it off every night, right?
Well, not if they glued it down.
So do you keep it on for like 2 weeks? That's what I'm asking. Like, how long?
Probably at the max.
I don't wear lace fronts, so I can't answer. But I know well, I don't even know if you braid your hair down. I know that much, right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like any other regular hair. Like, you have to wash it at some point. I don't know how long you can keep it in.
You see it, McKee? Nice.
Michelle, you pulling it up? What's his name?
The other thing is the micro links or something. I know they're doing that around here.
Oh yeah, a lot of people getting those now.
Yeah. Those are like $1,500.
Right.
What is that?
I don't know.
Micro links,
like where they add hair in, but it's like
little bulbs, little metal things that latch on or something.
Almost like eyelash extensions, except for your whole head.
That's
a lace front, y'all.
Oh, that's.
I follow him. Yeah, him, her. Yeah, she does a good job.
He be having one child.
Like between. That's why you understand.
So wait a minute. So he charges $3,000.
I don't know, Michelle.
To do a wig.
An install.
Is that to do the hair or the install?
I have no idea.
No. It's a install. Like, it's a process.
So now with this install, now this is not something you can take off your head every night. This is like a sew-in.
Listen, I don't know. I went to look at the prices because I was like, "Oh, I want me a wig." And I was like, "Oh, I can't afford this. Let me go back and let my 12-year-old braid my hair because I cannot afford that. Let me go back to my price tag." Cal said he knows his worth because he doesn't. First of all, he doesn't just bring you in and put the wig on, washing, deep conditioning. Like, he's a stylist, so he's gonna take care of your hair first. Yeah. Wash it, condition it, do everything, do your braid down, do a color match. Everything is going to be perfection. Okay. And so that's the difference when you're doing that kind of work. But I looked at it and I was like, wow, but absolutely knows their worth. Also, he deals with celebrity clients. And when you've dealt with people who are gonna ask for something like me, who gonna book the appointment and then wait till they get there and be like, oh, I can't afford that. You're not playing those games with people. This is what you're gonna run me up front.
Yep.
This is what you're paying. The end. Especially when you're in that kind of industry, you have to make sure people are gonna pay you and know what they're getting, because that's their time. Also, they can't afford to not be booked. And even hairstylists, I saw a hairstylist was posting like that braid similar to this, $600 because of the time it took. It took 10 hours to do the braid job. And I'm like, oh, okay. I can't afford that. So again, I'm gonna let the one that I gave life to braid me up, and we'll probably do it over 2 days if we're gonna do that. We just not, but to each his own. If people can afford to pay it, no judgment there. I am not hating. But all of those different things, it all goes back to what Dr. Davis started with, was your money. If you can do these things to preserve how you look, you do that.
And then with those, like with the braids and the prices that people charge, it's all about how you brand yourself and your particular clientele. You have to know your worth. If you know you're worth a certain amount, you might market those particular type of people that's able to pay for that, because just like braids like Quia have, for example, it could be somebody that charges maybe like $500, $600, $700 for those type of braids. You can go somewhere in Winona and get them for like $50.
Yeah, you don't do it. These was $145.
Don't do no people like
my
that.
point is based on what people are paid, like the environment. I'm not saying they'll look any differently, but it's just like houses. It's just like buying houses.
The market.
You can buy a house in Buckhead and pay $1 million, and that same house is in Stone Mountain, and it'll be like $200,000.
That's true.
So it's all about like the location and the market.
Yeah. Location and branding matters. I totally agree, because Zara can't charge nobody $400, $300 for her braids. Okay, she's not there yet, but we're gonna brand her to get to a point to where she can do that, because her time is her money. That's how she's gonna make her income. So it's all a matter of the branding and all that different stuff. But it all go back to, like I said, like Dr. Davis said, being able to invest and preserve yourself, because we do these things so we can look good.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What? I'm looking at your husband's comments. He said, Google says you can keep a lace front on for 6 weeks.
What?
Oh my God.
So how you get that makeup? Like that makeup, I think it would like. How you get your forehead?
Reapply. That's why people end up having like fungal infections on their scalp, and then you kind of keep wearing it because now you got a little alopecia going on because your scalp.
No.
I've seen so many different people who've done like transformation videos to try to bring people back from doing the damage that they've caused to their hair, for either leaving in sew-ins for too long, or because most of those lace fronts, if I'm not mistaken, it's a sew-in or something that's attached. Like your hair is braided down, so you're attaching it to something or put it on top of something, but your hair is not breathing underneath there. That's a lie. I don't know. I don't. When it comes to my head, like I'm a little claustrophobic or whatever. So I start itching.
At least you can wash sew-ins. You can't wash the lace front.
Listen, I don't know nothing about it. What? My husband's talking about Google it. I'm not lying. We believe you, babe. We believe
I'm over here dying laughing like, I don't know.
We believe you. I just think it's interesting. But I want to go back to the question of how old is too old? And is it okay? So we saw Ron, 79, wife 36 years younger. Could a woman do the same thing and receive the same praise?
Yeah,
Tina Turner did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tina Turner, the Eartha Kitt type people. You know, first of all, rich people do whatever they want to do. Ain't nobody gonna care.
Correct.
That's just the end of the day. They got the money to do whatever they want to do. Ron Isley, no shade, but him and Robert hang out. Both of them like younger women. We don't know how young Ron get him. We know the one he married. So
Truth.
I think this is the young because his second wife was Angela Winbush, and I think they're about the same age.
Yeah,
that was his first wife, and she,
but
she's up there too.
It's everybody's personal taste. I'm not interested in the super mature fellas.
I date him.
It's just not my.
Ain't no shame. Like I would date Ron Isley. He called me. No offense, babe, but if he called me, I'm like.
He actually was 13 years older than Angela Winbush too.
But I'll get it with him, but it's gonna be now. At some point, I'm gonna back out of that. Before we go too far. I don't want the chinchilla to come off. I want it to stay on all the time. Once that coat come off, I'm gone.
Yeah, I probably won't do anything past giving them a compliment.
Listen, Dealis, Kyle said Jada did it and Will was fine with it.
Oh, the younger guy.
Yeah. Because I think he August is half her age.
That was different. Like she was looking for some entertainment, some fun. You know, I think that was a whole different situation for me. Like,
aren't we all? We're in that. If you're in that space, isn't that what you're looking for?
I didn't see her. I didn't see that. I don't think she was looking for. I don't really know if she was looking for like a relationship, companionship. Maybe like you said, Michelle, just to have fun, like just do something different. Because maybe you don't know what type of place she was at when her and Will decided to split. You know what I mean?
She was wrong, but not because of his age. She was wrong because of the nature of their relationship leading up to that point. And
absolutely,
was in the family.
She was supposed to be like his spiritual healer.
Right. She was getting him sexual. Right. So it wouldn't matter if they were the same age. It still was just tacky kind of.
That's what they said.
And it was her son's friend, like what we said the last one. Like how I'm gonna bring you home, and my mama smashed. Like
not the son's friend now.
Yeah.
He was Jaden's friend. That's how he got to their house because he was going through a depression.
But she has said herself that she loves to be like, I don't know, not Captain Save-A-Hoe, but the opposite, I guess. But she loves to like take broken people and try to heal them.
Yeah. That's how she codependent and operating out of her own trauma.
Yeah. And that's exactly what she's doing. And so she's always attracted to whoever is the most broken because she's like, he's more jacked up than me. Let me see if I can, like that's her thing. That's why she was so attracted to Tupac and was so connected to him, even though she had, kind of a Prince Charming right in her face. She still pulled to the brokenness. She likes it.
Yeah.
And what's weird is by Will's definition, he was broken, but she wasn't really drawn to him in that way.
Maybe because the way, no, not necessarily, because some people, the way that they display brokenness can be masked in certain ways that you can't interpret it in the way that you interpret brokenness.
That makes sense.
He wasn't tragic.
Cal says hurt people. Listen, the guys are in the comments dropping gems tonight. They are being on their best behavior, really handling business. I'm loving it. I think when we think about those kind of things, the daddy thing has really like stuck with me because of course I lost my dad when I was really younger, much younger, but I've never looked to a man in a way to say, I want somebody to fill that role. I look to my uncles for that, but never somebody I was dating. Like I don't need a person I'm dating to be a father type figure. I need you to be who you gonna be, and we'll be good. But I think about something. I think I talked about this with Niecy Nash, and she was saying how her first husband, she was looking for a savior. And sometimes you do have people who go into relationships or different things like that, and they're looking for that type of stuff. I'm gonna have to. Diaz is doing good, but I gotta post this foolishness. He said, "Will light skin and Chocolate Brothers display hurt different."
First of all, The little boy she messed with was not chocolate. Can't think of
Nope.
his
He
name.
was not. He was not.
Maybe he meaning Tupac.
I can't think of his name. He had that blossom hat on.
So August.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not the blossom hat, Dr.
he had a
D.
blossom hat on.
I think we have to like look at people where they are though. Like everybody is a different phase. I wonder if the conversation lended itself now and we talked to even Ron Isley's wife. I wonder what she would say. I think she's proud right now. Like, ooh, everybody's swooning over my bae. That's mine because she was quick to show them
How
pictures.
much money that man got? The man been making albums since 1950 something. I mean, she ain't never had nothing to be shamed for because she ain't got to do nothing but just sit there.
Agreed.
And like I said, she's in a different position. She would never have to be his actual caregiver. She'll only have to do what she wants to do. But
I think that's what makes it so different is that why we don't see a lot of that happening in mainstream, not media, mainstream life, like where the people you encounter on an everyday basis because of nobody wants to admit it, but it's true. Dr. Davis right. Nobody wants to have somebody that they got to take care of. You do that because you've been with somebody for however long you've been with them, right? So we know that. I know that if all goes down, yeah, I'm not calling you daddy because you're not my daddy. Me and my husband had that conversation. I'm not gonna call you daddy. You're not my father, sir. Anyway, I'm gonna call you bae. We can call you a lot of stuff, but we're not doing that. But I look at that and we know that as our partners age, we're gonna both become old. We hope our kids are gonna take care of us and stuff like that. But if they don't, we gotta lean and depend on each other. But nobody goes out and says, hey, let me find somebody that I'm going to have to take care of when things hit the fan. And that's, I don't know if that's a bad feeling or something we shouldn't say, or if it's taboo.
that's reality.
That's
Just
real.
Like, you don't want no broke dude. I don't want nobody who is unhealthy, whether it's based on your lifestyle or your age, and you're just kind of getting to that point where, I mean, if you're 80 years old, I know that either you're going to beat me as far as going to the grave, or you're going to have some kind of morbidity that you're going to still be here but need a lot of care. And so if we get in that gray zone where you're not gone, you're still here, but you need a lot of care, then that's terminal basically.
Well, that's happening in my neighborhood. Of course, neighbors and nosy talk, but one of the ladies, her husband is like 20 years her senior, and she's fairly considered younger elderly. And they talk about how she is like upset, discouraged that she has to take care of him.
That's so sad.
Yep.
That's sad. Angela just said something in the comments. She said, generational curses. Sometimes people are attracted to what they have experienced in their household or family. Angela, I would love for you to comment again and kind of expand on that because I'm curious to know exactly what you mean. I don't want to assume what you mean, but being attracted to people you've experienced or things you've experienced in your household, for those people who haven't had that experience or had a father or something in the home, you don't really know what you're looking for, right? I had the pleasure of having my dad for how long I had him, and then I had my stepdad. Both were very entertaining, very completely different types of people. But even when I look at my husband, some of the things he does, I'm like, ooh, that kind of remind me of my daddy, whatever. But some of those things are like positive things from the way he may play around with the kids. And then the other thing is like the way he may have a mannerism. I'm like, I wonder if that was what I was attracted to you for, because I don't remember my dad in all of those capacities. And I surely wasn't thinking about him when I was dating you. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting when we hear people. I know some people that is what really impacts their decisions. When we think about people making the decisions to date the folks that they date, for some people, it's just fun. I think we do need to normalize dating and dating multiple people when you're single, because making yourself only focus on one person limits your scope of who you can be with. And you only end up dating just this one person when you could have a myriad of people to choose from. That's what guys do. It's okay for women, in my opinion. But I think that we kind of walk in this space of not really knowing or being so worried about what others are going to think about our relationships. Like, it has to be okay for us. Dr. Davis is going on a date night with her husband. Talk to you later, Dr. Davis. Thank you. I think it's hard sometimes for people to recognize like the importance of dating who you like and dating who appeals to you, because apparently Ron saw something 17 years ago in that particular young lady, and they pursued or whatever, and they still going strong. They are still going strong. She is actually, how old is she? Because I'm curious to know.
She's about 42, 43.
Yeah, she got to be older than that because they've been together 17 years.
How old is he?
He's 79.
79.
He is 79. So, I don't know. You know, I'm looking it up to see how old she is. Here she is. It doesn't even say her age. Isn't that something? Now, you can find people age everywhere you go. Can't find her age.
That's what money can do for you. You can get all that stuff taken off the internet.
Ain't it something? But they just found it.
She's 44.
44. She was 28 back then. They've been married 17 years. So she's about to be 45. So she's still really young. That's young. Like, no hate on that. That's young. And she looks amazing too. But a stress-free life will do that for you. I don't know if she's completely stress-free, but it's hard to be stressing a whole lot when you have access to what you need for the most part. Most of us end up stressing in life because we don't have access to what we need or the resources to get what we need. And that stresses us, not knowing where we're going to get what we need. But anyway, nonetheless, it's interesting, and it's definitely been an enjoyable, hilarious topic to cover tonight. But it brings us to what we're going to try to cover next week, which is a high value man, because we won't have the Ron Isleys of the world. We won't have those men who've had a career since 1950. They're not really in our bracket or our scope. So we're going to try to talk about some high value men that would be more so in the realm of some of the women that we would know, and bring on some guy guest panelists. So when y'all join us next week, check out our panelists. We will be talking about what it is or what it means to be a high value man from men, because we want to hear from them, because we can't discuss what that is, because I don't even know what that is. And I'm quite frankly hearing this as a new term. So it should be interesting. Otherwise, y'all have a great one. We're going to do some closing thoughts. I like to start. I'm not going to start with you this week, Tamika, because you always tell me, I don't know. We go through this every week. So I'm going to start with Blair. What's your closing thoughts about this glow up and being too old? Because you already told me you had no business dating that old man.
Hey, only thing I can say, live your best life. Just don't get worms.
Yeah.
Girl. You are so silly. That's what your mama always say. You gonna mess around and get worms. What worms, Mom? What worms? We want to know about all the worms. What about you, McKee? What's your closing thoughts?
I think that it doesn't matter your age, enjoy life. You only have one life and live it to the fullest. So I applaud Ron Isley. He looks good. He looks like he's hydrated and he's living his best life. So more power to him. So
what about you, Quinn? She said hydrated.
His skin looks amazing.
I was always taught live and let live. So do you, baby? Like Lil Wayne say.
Do you, baby? I love it. Gotta live it up. What about you, Mika?
I'm gonna stick with Blair's assessment, and I would just say this: don't get worms and don't go to jail. Make sure your significant other is someone who is of legal consent age.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Spoken like a true attorney. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to say, when you're in your prime of your life, enjoy your life, because when you get to that place and you get married and do all those different things, you're going to be, I'm not going to say stuck, because that doesn't sound positive, but you're going to be in that relationship. You're going to be married, and that's the person you're going to be with. So why not have some fun before you get married? It doesn't mean you have to go around sexing everybody. Nobody's telling you to be promiscuous, but date, enjoy people. Try some older people, try some people close to your age, try some people a little younger than your age. See who you like, who you're going to enjoy spending that time with, because once you do make the decision and y'all make the decision together, It's just y'all. All right. So once you get that, have a blast. But in the meantime, have fun doing it and just enjoy yourself in the process. Y'all, I have enjoyed you ladies tonight. Y'all have been so much fun. And I told you we was going to keep it light and funny this week. I appreciate you for it. Everybody, be sure to check out each one of these women on their platform. If you are trying to get yourself out, Blair, do you have any slots left with the challenge that's getting ready to kick off?
No.
Oh, sorry, y'all missed out because she's not doing another challenge after this one for a while. So you may be in the trap on Thursday. I don't know. I can't hear. I tried.
No.
I tried. But
Very
when it
matter of
rolls back
fact.
around, for those of you who missed it, you need to get on that because that's popping. Also, check out McKee. She's doing dynamic things with organization. Check out Quia. Listen. Quia is giving y'all the business, no holds bar. You hear me? And I love it. And then we got Mika keeping us all out of trouble. So thank you so much, y'all. I love y'all, my tribe. Thank you for blessing me. Y'all have a great night. And by all means, no matter what you do, protect your energy. By all means, protect your peace. Y'all have a good night. Ladies, hang back. Hold on, I haven't hit end yet.